a bit, but now, around the holidays can be a little tough to bake for those who either prefer or who have to eat gluten-free, those with celiac disease. But a lot of places that offer a variety of fresh baked gluten-free bread and treats for you to enjoy. One of them is Great Harvest. Joining us now is Ann Merrick, General Manager from Great Harvest Bread here in Albuquerque. Good morning, Ann. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, gluten-free, it's becoming very, very popular, and I think that I do it sometimes. And there's a stigma that things that are gluten-free taste like cardboard. Why is that?
Well, gluten is kind of the stretchy little, you can think of it as a rubber band that allows the bread to rise.
Make it fluffy?
Make it fluffy, give it some texture. So when you don't have the gluten, some of the gluten-free products can taste kind of flat. And
particularly ones that if you've tried it in years past.
Exactly.
Technology and some of the baking seems to have gotten a lot better.
It has.
You guys do a lot with gluten-free baking now, don't you?
We do. We started about 12 years ago, and we have added more products over time. We continually experiment and try to get things tastier and better, and think we're doing a pretty good job of it.
Must be really hard to do that trial and error, you know? Just try all the good stuff all the time.
Unfortunately, we have to sample a lot, but we do.
It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it.
Exactly.
Okay, so you brought all of this here today. This is all gluten-free. If I was looking at this, I would not know. I mean, this looks incredibly good. Starting off with just plain old bread, because some people think, oh, if you're gluten-free, you can't eat bread. Not true. So what kinds of breads are these? Okay,
I have a basic rice bread, and that's great for sandwiches, toast, just your everyday kind of needs. And
that's this one.
That's kind of where we started.
It just looks like any loaf of white bread.
It does, and we've worked hard to get it there, so I appreciate that.
This one looks a little bit tastier.
It is. That's a cinnamon chip, so it is our basic bread with some cinnamon chips in it.
Sounds like a perfect breakfast kind of thing.
Great for breakfast, great for French toast, and we adapt our basic breads. We do some green chili cheese, for example, some crunchy seedy breads, so there are a lot of different varieties in the course of a week.
Is this banana bread?
That is banana bread. That's one of our best sellers.
Gluten-free banana bread.
Yes.
Okay.
Sweet, moist, and delicious.
Okay, besides that, you guys also have a lot of treats, because that's the other thing. If you're gluten-free, you want a cookie sometimes. You want some biscotti. So what do we have here? This stuff looks absolutely incredible.
I have a chocolate peanut butter brownie, a sugar cookie. We do some scones and muffins as well. This is a raspberry white chocolate chip scone.
That looks really, really moist and just very savory.
Thanks. Great with coffee or tea.
Good, good, good.
And we do a bunch of biscotti. That happens to be a cranberry orange variety.
Oh, okay. And again, gluten-free. So what do you guys do? I don't want to give away a secret recipe, but what do you guys do, and what can people at home take away from this if they're trying to bake gluten-free that's going to help out?
Just keep at it. It's experimentation. There are a lot of good recipes online, or there are some cookbooks, and that's where we started. We just started with a gluten-free baking book. And then don't be afraid to change ratios if things don't think if you don't feel like your texture is good. Add a little more liquid, add a little more flour. Just do one thing at a time, figure out what's working for you. This is the result of, again, 12 years of experimentation.
Absolutely. By the way, how much does some of this stuff cost real quick if people want to go into the bakery and check it out?
Our basic rice bread is $8.25.
Okay.
The flavor loaves, so the green chili, the cinnamon, are $8.50.
Okay, and for some of the sweets?
Some of the sweets, the brownies are $3.95, the cookies are $1.95, scones are $3.50.
My mouth is watering, my wallet is open. Ann Merrick from Great Harvest Bread in Albuquerque. Thank you so much for sharing this. Gluten-free, extremely popular. Stick around. I think you're going to come back and talk about some other holiday treats, things that look just as good and are not gluten-free for those people who want it. All right, thank you so much, Ann. By the way, for more information on Great Harvest, head to our website, casa.com. Click under the Casa blog and stick around. We have much more for you to come here on Two Casa this morning. Your second day of Thriftmas creation to enjoy, and we're talking about traveling with kids. Stay right there at 7:28.